Hello there everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are reacting to more of the Glendale Archives. This is one of my favorite series due to the introspectiveness of it all. And I feel like I can relate a lot to what the main character talks about, what goes through their head. And obviously, you know, the world that they're in, the world building that's happening as well with the Nesters and being the last person alive and stuff like that. It's very, very intriguing. So if you don't know what this series is about, I highly suggest you go check it out for yourself. I'll pop the playlist in the description down below alongside the channel so you guys can go check it out. I highly encourage you guys also to watch alongside me. Put the video in a new tab and mute that video but play it through so that they get watch time. But yeah, the Glendale Archives is basically about a guy. It hasn't really been explained much, but he woke up one day, or that's what I assumed happened, and there was nobody else. Nobody else was around him except these things called Nesters, which are like almost like zombies in a way, but not quite like zombies. They're very unusual. This series follows this man in a world that is isolated, basically. And I guess we look into his mind, what he's feeling, maybe the regrets he has, and what he would do if everything returned back to normal. So there's 2 episodes that I haven't seen yet. Get cozy, because the first video we're going to be watching is a bit more introspective from what I can see of the title here. Before everyone was gone, I've always felt alone. And then there's like a vlog here where he goes off to vacation. Before I start the video, guys, be sure to go and subscribe to the Glendale Archives, like the videos, comment, all that good stuff. You know what? Let's just jump into this. Here we go. Oh wow, what is that? Yeah, the Nesters are very, very strange in this series. Ooh. Okay, so he's at his childhood house.
I've always felt alone. Even before all this.
Right, see, here's the thing. That's never really specified what's happening here. This guy, he's only mentioned once, I believe, in this whole series. And he's so nonchalant about it. It's infuriating. He's like, yeah, so I'm all alone, except for this one, like, the Nesters and this one really tall, shadowy creature that seems to follow me about. Anyway, let's move on. And it's just never explained. At least I haven't seen an explanation for it.
All this.
I think he just refers to him as the tall man.
Like I won't be okay. A looming feeling like I'm constantly on the edge of a dreadful, sad existence.
Oh my goodness.
And true happiness.
I relate to that so much. You know, weirdly enough, in my prayers recently, even before I became Christian, I had this thought in my head where, because I just felt like I was just so average, and I felt like I wasn't really driven to do much or driven to do anything. I didn't really have any passions, goals. Like I just felt I still do actually, just like I'm on autopilot going through the motions basically. And I was writing about it today in my journal, which is very, very strange. I came to the conclusion, like, what if I'm just meant to be average and like I'm not meant to do anything great? Like, is there anything wrong with that? But it's at the same time, we live in such a day and age, a digital age, where you see the highlights of everyone's life, and that's all you see from them. And obviously everyone goes through crap. Everyone goes through things that no one else hears about, that they don't want to show, right? But when you see these people showing the highlights of their life, how great their lives are. Oh, I'm a 22-year-old man. I'm a millionaire. This is my business, blah, blah, blah. It's very easy to fall into the trap of, wow, why can't I be like that? Why aren't I like that? Why can't I be like that? Am I just not wired the same as these people? Am I meant to do something else? Am I meant to do something different? Am I making myself suffer by projecting labels onto things that I think should be happening? Do you know what I mean? So that hits home for me for sure. Man, we're 50 seconds in and I'm already freaking yapping. I'm sorry, guys. I do yap. So here's the thing, guys. Go watch the original video for yourself if you just want to watch the whole thing. I always encourage you to do it. When you come to my channel, I'm not even going to be sorry for it anymore. I'm going to yap. This is what I do. I give my perspective on things, and sometimes I'm wrong about things, sometimes I'm right, but this is what I do. So, and if you don't like that, that's fair enough. My channel isn't for you. So
that true happiness and evade hell. I need to fight, scratch. I feel pressure. I feel irritable. I feel overworked and misunderstood. I feel threatened by everyone. I feel alone.
This is so beautifully done
like
as well.
My life will crumble unless I grab onto it and shift and work it around. If not me, who else will? I think I feel alone because I was never willing to share the burden. I had girlfriends, family,
I feel that.
friends, a recovery network.
Yeah, I think in honesty, when it comes to relationships and friendships and stuff, it's hard to fully unburden yourself maybe with what you're feeling or thinking, because in your head, for me anyway, it's like it's not like I don't feel like I'll be misunderstood, but it's almost like that's so vulnerable at that point. Like, if I tell you this thing, then you're forever going to maybe see me in a different light. Some things, you just feel like I'm going to keep that to me. I'll live with that burden.
And while I may be alone in my specific personal endeavors, I was not alone in the struggle of life, because everyone in my circle struggled with life. They all had desires, fears, and disappointments and successes. They understand the feeling around all of this. Again, maybe not as it relates to my specific aspirations, but in their own subgroups of life. I could have shared all of this with them. I could be the biggest success or the biggest failure.
It's a big house.
And they'll always be with me. If only I let them in. I was not alone. But I chose to keep them shut out. And now I feel alone deeply.
They're just a nester.
You can share what's happening. It's never going to feel like the perfect time with some people, but saying, I had this thing not work out and I'm just feeling sad. Or I'm having fear about something and I just want to honor those emotions and share them with someone because it helps me feel less alone.
Yeah.
I know I can't fix it right now, but I just need to be heard.
Sometimes that's all you need, though. Oh, that was a light. Okay. I thought that was like a floating head for some reason. Like that there I thought was a face.
But I always had this paranoia. This paranoia that this world wants to see me fail. That it only wants me to get vulnerable so it can use it against me.
Dang.
This world does not want me to succeed, because for me to succeed pulls me away from playing the game. And everybody wants you to just shut up and play the game too, because then they can feel good about playing. It distracts them from the emptiness of it all. Don't go after your dreams. It's not practical. Get a good job working for someone else. Take a vacation once a year. Marry young. Get a hobby. This is as good as it gets. And I have this feeling towards a lot of people, this feeling like if I failed, then they get more of what they want from me. So I keep my life quiet, only sharing superficialities, lightly brushing my fears with a smile on my face when really I am a knight covered in rusty armor, pulling my helmet close so nobody can see my welling eyes.
Dang. owe it.
Yeah, maybe I'm just projecting. Maybe I wanted to take from others. So I'm paranoid. My inner world has become what I see in the outer world. I block and I try and manage what everybody knows around me and doesn't know so that I can control the narrative of...
They do say, don't they, that the world that you see is nothing more than a projection of what you think about it. So if you change your perspective on something, you'll start seeing the world wrap around to that kind of idea. If you got a certain idea of yourself, it's going to be reflected out in the world because you're looking for it. It's like a confirmation bias. So thoughts are super powerful, like especially the thoughts that you think about yourself. And this is something that I've forever learning and had for me to really actually engage in my own life is, yeah, your thoughts can literally change your life in a way. The way you see yourself, the way you see other people, you'll see opportunities present themselves that you never would have seen through a certain lens. It's literally like shifting the lens or changing the lenses of your perspective and seeing different things, like the writings on the wall, like not literally, I'm not saying like, but you'll see things that you wouldn't usually have seen in a certain state of mind.
My life. That's where I go wrong, because what I'm really afraid of is life having its way with me. Deep down, I know I'm not in control. I know all these things that I'm trying to keep away are life molding me. And what if I don't like what life molds me into? I always heard people say about their life, I had no idea I was going to end up where I ended up. And that scares me. I want to know. I want proof from life that I'm going to be okay with what it does with me. I feel like I should have a say. It's my life. But it's not. And I know it. Whatever this is was given to me. I didn't create it. And there's too much chaos in this world to dictate where it's headed. I have control of so little. Some days I fight it. Other days I check out completely. Hide. As if I can pause life. And I come out and I try again. And I get eaten up and spit out one more time. I'm always pausing to lick the wounds I received, trying to continually fight a monster. Anyway.
Dang. Went deep there. Almost like despair.
Archivist here. Thank you for watching this log. We're continuing to restore and piece together more footage as new material keeps surfacing. As this is a private investigation, I want to extend a special thanks to our patrons who help sustain the archive. And welcome to those who've recently joined. I do my best to shape a cohesive narrative from what's available, but much of what we uncover doesn't make it to YouTube. This is where the rest of the archive lives. If you'd like to support the work, access unreleased footage, and help decide which parts of the subject's story are revealed next, you can find a link below. Stay vigilant.
There you go, guys. Go check out the Patreon. I will link it down below in the description as well for you guys to check out. Really worth it. They do like...
Everybody loves a good...
Why Majora's Mask's blue dog took 25 years to win the race. What? Did it really? I love Majora's Mask. It's honestly one of my favorite games ever. Maybe that's just nostalgia. I'm not sure. But genuinely, like, it's just, I love the way it plays. I love the way, like, I don't know. It just felt so amazing to play. Even now, if I play it again, like it was very ahead of its time, I think. Anyway, we're gonna move on to this video now, which is 40 minutes long. Yeah, for that one, I wasn't really I was kind of just taking that in, you know. And with the episodes like that, it's very like introspective and talking about like the person that he was before everything, and maybe, you know, fighting with. I want to call it the shadow self. That's what Carl Jung calls it. Like, everyone has this certain side to them that they don't necessarily like about themselves, and it's considered like a dark kind of version of you. Like, it's got like these evil desires or whatever, potentially. The goal is to integrate your shadow into your life, because if you ignore it, if you ignore the shadow, then it's going to manifest in your life somewhere down the line. Like, you need to learn how to live with it. And I think that's the kind of conclusion maybe that he's coming to at this point. But here we go. This is I'm the last person on Earth. I went on vacation.
A couple days ago, I decided to head south down the coast. Not only have my previous efforts to find other people failed.
Wow. Some of these shots
I
are
was feeling
gorgeous.
cooped up in Big House.
Wait, you don't think I'd already thought of that? Of course I'd want some furniture in here. Well, I don't have the manpower. I'm here by myself. What are you gonna do? Jump out of the little box and come help me?
He's going insane.
I know you're the captain. No, just shut up, please.
The captain.
Please, just.
Wow, okay. So he's actually going insane.
I'm sorry.
So I did what anyone else would do when they're stressed.
Why has he got blood
Go
on his
vacation.
face? Oh, lovely. I need to go take a trip by the beach, man.
I also needed to leave
It'll
for a
cure
while
me.
because I think some nesters were beginning to suspect I was inside the house.
Ew, they look so... Oh my goodness.
I decided to go to my family's old vacation spot down the coast. As a kid,
Nice.
it was a safe haven for me. I didn't need a car, no tall buildings. The water was warmer than the air.
Was it?
I think being in my childhood home all alone has made me long for my people even more. Part of me even wonders if this is my house. If me and my siblings were ever really there. There's evidence of me being there, but it's always with a caveat, like the names me and my childhood friends etched in wood don't look the same.
Right there.
Home movies that I dug out of the ceiling are all scrambled.
Oh no. Jeez. That's a horrible sound.
And I'll retrieve things from my childhood, only to keep misplacing them around the house.
Right. Sounds like it's
It was
going
all
insane.
getting to me. My plan was to come here,
That's
stay where we
lovely.
used to stay, go where we used to go, do what we used to do. I needed something familiar, so I packed up and left. But somewhere along the way, a relaxing weekend got swallowed whole by this.
So is he on the south
World.
coast right now?
I was excited the day I
Maybe
left.
not. I don't know.
I packed mostly everything I used to as a kid.
Okay, first I'm gonna bring my handgun. I
What?
carry this with me when I travel.
I've packed everything I brought as a kid, and the first thing he brings is a gun.
It's light, but it fires heavy.
You do you,
I like
man.
the feel of the matte black finish and how it grips. It's simple,
Nice.
accurate, point, shoot. I only use it for desperate measures because the sound can attract other nesters. Second, I need sound makers, which is just basically empty cans and loose change. This will distract nesters and deter them if I get cornered. And of course, I never left for a vacation without my N64.
Oh man, nice.
I'm gonna bring GoldenEye,
GoldenEye as
Mario
well.
Kart, Smash. Also gonna bring some VHS tapes and some other movies.
So at least there's electric going on. So it's like everyone just disappeared and everything's left how it was. Surely that means then that like nuclear power plants would blow up and stuff. Do they not need like constant care, nuclear power plants? Like they need people there to... I don't know how it works. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
It's a beautiful day. I'm really happy. I think I've made it through the harshest of the winter. I've had this N64 for 20 years now.
Man, 20 years.
It's one of the oldest things that I own. Dates all the way back to when I was 9 years old. Wow.
Wow.
I remember I changed schools that year because the previous school's curriculum was moving too fast, and I was diagnosed with a learning disability.
Oh, wow. I fear that I have a suspicion that I have a learning difficulty. I think I've touched on this before, but I struggle to, my brain struggles to retain information sometimes, and I don't know, it just feels like the only way I can describe it is that information goes in, but it's like I've got such a smooth brain that it just slides off and goes out the other ear. The only way I can learn stuff is I've either got to really, really, really enjoy the topic, or I have to, because my brain refuses, even when I'm like constantly like repeating something, like if I'm not enjoying it, it just won't go in the way it should. I don't know.
Put me on these weird meds that were meant to help me focus, but all they really did was take away my appetite and dehydrate me.
Oh, that's not good.
I was the new kid, so I was bullied a lot at this new school. It was literally a 1.5 year period where I had no friends, I was malnourished, and I was bullied. And to be honest, I think my parents thought I was making it all up. So I didn't feel safe at home. I didn't feel safe at school, which are the two places a kid spends most of their time. So I never felt safe. I used to fake being sick all the time because I was terrified to go to school.
I just hated school.
I'd make fake throw up, try and convince my parents I was sick. I remember one day I tried adding mouthwash because I thought it would give the throw up an off color. My dad took one whiff, smelled the mouthwash, and he knew it was fake.
My friends tried it. I remember it was at secondary school, and he was like, oh yeah, he was thinking of unique ways to try and get off school, and he was like, oh yeah, so I've melted chocolate and put it around the toilet. Thinking, well, surely it just smells like chocolate, though.
I was going to school. I remember kicking and screaming, and I'll never forget, one day it snowed really bad, and both me and my brother got a snow day. I was so excited. My brother and I got up really early.
Wow.
We made 007 movies in the snow with the family camcorder. We'd fight over who was going to play James Bond and who was going to play the villain.
There was that mission in James Bond 007, wasn't there? Or GoldenEye, sorry. Was it the satellite mission? Where I think that was in snow, wasn't it?
We
that
played
one?
on this N64 all day.
Yeah, that's the one.
Nothing has ever come close to the relief that I felt that day. No school, no bullies, no adults.
It's nice. Me, whenever I had time off school, it would be either, because there'd be rules like, no, you're not allowed to play. If you're ill, you're not allowed to play on games, right? But sometimes, occasionally I would, and it'd be so relaxing. But then there was this show on daytime television in the UK back then. I don't know what it's like nowadays, so I don't watch TV, but it was just Jeremy Kyle. It was a bunch of chat shows, and this was showing in the afternoon, and it was just really vile stuff. I just remember, countdown.
My way into staying home. Just me and my brother in a warm basement. Snow falling outside.
That sounds lovely.
Playing this N64. With the dread of the day ending stalking me constantly. I was reluctant to go outside that day. The radio kept insisting something was out there and I didn't want to think about it.
Dang.
I've seen it in the woods behind my house.
What?
Doesn't look like the other nesters.
Ooh.
I watched it slip past one of my traps like it understood it. I don't know if it's seen me, but if it has, I can't shake the feeling that I won't be okay.
Feels like
All I know
maybe
is it's out there, wandering.
What if one of the nesters, one of his family members, potentially?
Look at this Reddleberry cabbage patch. You can make a salad with this summer. It's delicious, super crunchy. There's gonna be no shortage of Reddleberry cabbage. It grows all summer. So this is the stream I'm following. It doesn't look like it now, but the stream will turn into a river, and then that river leads out into the ocean. There are some other maps that are left behind. I see them chiseled on trees, things like that, but it could very well be a nester, a mid-stage nester. Just trying to lure
Mid-stage
you
nester?
someplace.
What does that look
Very
like?
dangerous.
So they're still cognitive. They know what they're doing. So like, is a nester like something that's slowly going insane, potentially? That is horrible. Ew.
I had already made it miles from Big House. I just needed to clear past the pit by sundown. And then the next stop was my vacation zone. The pit is a natural depression in the earth, also known as a basin. Steep inclines on all sides. Nesters fall into it and can't get out.
Wow.
So it's basically a big pit full of hundreds of nesters.
Ew.
It's hard to see at night, so I needed to make sure I cleared it during the day. Along the way, I decided to make a few pit stops. First, the market.
Hannaford. Is this the one that we've seen before? This is crazy. My goodness, what is this? The trucker
The second
diet?
stop was less about necessity
Forget
and more about
beans.
fulfilling a dream I'd carried with me since childhood.
Get links. He's gonna buy a guitar? Get some drums, get those nesters in.
It was all mine.
Sweet. Oh, baby.
Wow. Well, that's out of tune, is it not?
Pretty nice. I think I'm gonna take this one.
It was getting late, so I needed to make some serious headway.
Okay.
I knew I was
Cool.
getting closer because the trees got fewer and farther between. Eventually, I saw the water in the town I once knew.
Whoa.
I wasted no time. I ran straight for the ocean.
Yeah. The ocean is a very freeing kind of vibe. Just the sound, the smell, like it's a very
beautiful.
primal kind of feeling.
That is where I'll be staying tonight.
In a hotel?
After letting the ocean drown out my thoughts for a while, I headed into town.
I can imagine, man, people who live next to oceans so lucky, or beaches, because you can just go there and sit, close your eyes, listen to the waves, and just, man, if I lived next to a beach, like, I'd be off my phone so much, I think. Then again, would I? I say this, but it's like, wherever you go, there you are. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm going to take my brain with me.
We'd spend mornings running through these alleys before grabbing stacks of pancakes at King's Cottage.
Man, this is very liminal. Even the soundtrack's very liminal.
Later, I'd meet my grandpa at a little corner store where he'd sip coffee while I drank cold orange soda. The memories were all rushing back to me. By the time I made it to our hotel, it was getting dark. I needed to make sure the hotel was empty.
Right. I mean, the lights are on, so... How? Is it, look, it's so insane. They've captured this, like, really empty world. Footsteps are very ASMR. Yeah, birds. My goodness, what country are they in then? It definitely reminds me of that other one, the Briscoe Park, is it called? Where it's like a liminal space. Man. And that would, I just feel like that I'd be so weirded out. Knowing I'm the only person in there. I don't know, I wouldn't feel alone. Look at that. Man.
Luckily, hotels have kind of a built-in security system. Endless rooms.
True.
There's over 100 rooms in this place. Even if a nester did wander in, it would know where to look or how to find me.
Very
the chances
true.
of it stumbling upon this room are slim, so for now, I feel safe.
It's cozy. What's a double room? Just in case a nester comes in, wants to chill out. I'm guessing he's not putting the light on because it will attract other nesters. Not bad.
All right, I think we're safe.
Ex-girlfriend. Did that say? What was that? Check this guy out. It was just a freaking, feels like a montage.
Setup. We got
Like a Home Alone montage.
GoldenEye up right now on the TV. Great game. 006 is a lying, stealing bastard. Don't believe a word he says. We got Mario
Yeah, he is.
Kart.
I'm playing the new First Light at the moment. It's really, really good.
Yes!
I love how he
We got
put...
Smash Bros.
Bro, I'll just be on Zelda.
Freak me out so much. We got The World Is Not Enough. Underrated.
That is a very good game, actually, as
I
well.
think. Got a little Fanta right here. Pineapple, the best. We got Fruity Pebbles.
Man, this
bunch
guy's
of other
set up.
snacks over here. And a few of my favorite movies that I brought from home. Doing pretty
Wow, the Texas Chainsaw... What is this? They're all horrors.
good.
GoldenEye, Day of the Dead, The Thing... What's this one? Dawn of the Dead? The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, is this Indiana Jones, The Terminator, Night of the Dead.
I've already crushed a few
Man, the 90s were freaking... Was it most of those were in the 90s?
different sodas.
I think The Thing was in the 80s, actually.
Yeah, I'm eating my weight in sugar tonight.
Why not? He's got the lights on, I just
Cheers.
realised.
Man, this is exactly what I needed. I was so pent up at Big House. I just needed to
Let
get
loose.
free and get out. Just to enjoy myself. It's amazing what laughter and playing can do for the soul.
Yeah. You gotta
Doing things
give...
without a purpose, just to enjoy the feeling of doing something.
Yeah.
Something that needs no right outcome. It calms the inner world to do that. I remember I used to get home from work and I'd sit on my sofa, binge a show, get some takeout, and by the end of the night, I just felt more tired. It wasn't rest. I needed playfulness, laughter.
I think it was George St. Pierre, GSP, one of the greats in the UFC, who said that when you do something playfully, you'll learn a lot more from it than he used it in the example of like sparring. So it's like you're not gonna learn anything if you're just trying to take each other's heads off every single round. You gotta be playful with it, and that's how we learn new stuff. Like, hey, look, bang, like I'm not hitting you hard, but I would have hit you there. And you're just laughing it off and like saying, okay, yeah, you got me there, rather than being like, okay, I'm gonna break your nose, break your jaw. Like you're never gonna learn anything from like being so serious, I guess. Maybe with certain things you can learn through brute force, but will you really take it in and will you enjoy it? The two different things, but maybe that's my problem actually, is that I have to see everything as playful and fun, and not everything is. So
Because I lost over the years.
The Thing, Kurt Russell.
Watching a movie before bed, but my eyes are getting heavy, so I think I'm gonna hit the hay. Tomorrow should be fun. I'm gonna explore the town some, hit the boardwalk. I'm glad to be here. It was a good night. Anyway, good night.
It literally is like being a kid. Like you'd fall asleep. Well, for me anyway. When VHS was around, you'd fall asleep with the tape playing, and it would once it hit the end of the tape, it would auto rewind and play from the beginning. Or with DVDs, it would like the film would stop, then it would go back to the main menu, and then you'd just hear the 15-second main menu just repeating itself. I'm surprised he even managed to sleep with the all those sweets. Slightly out of tune. Yeah, that's out of tune. It kind of matches the aesthetic, in honesty, where it's like everything's normal, kind of. Well, everything's still here. It's normal, but it's not normal. Do you know what I mean?
Voila.
Oh, wow, look at that. Oh.
This breakfast is perfect, if I do say so myself. I love making like a bacon and egg sandwich. Some of the egg.
Oh, man, it looks
Some
good.
bacon on.
It's making me hungry.
Toast on top.
I can't cross my legs like that. It's one thing I can't do. I've got really bad hips. Been told I need to strengthen my
Some crispy potatoes.
my hip flexors.
Bacon. The coffee tastes phenomenal. I know it sounds crazy, but it tastes infused
tea,
with like mocha and cherries. It's nice to have a whole hotel kitchen to yourself. Cook up a nice breakfast.
So there's just
There is one
ingredients
nester
there.
outside that I can see. He seems dormant and sort of lost, so I'm not too worried about him. I don't think it's noticed me. Reminds me a lot of the room we stayed in when we were kids. You know, we had the two beds. Parents slept in this bed, and then all my brother and my sister jam-packed into this bed over here. Fortunately, we had to stop coming to this hotel because it got so expensive, you know. When we were growing up, it was affordable for my parents to take me, my brothers and sisters, on a vacation here for like a week, but a couple celebrities stayed here, and the prices went way up, and we just couldn't afford it anymore, so luckily,
Dang.
there's no bill.
Ah, that's the one good thing, I
I'm
guess.
full, man. I'm gonna get ready. Hit the town.
He looks revitalized compared to what.
Next to the waves that night, where I asked you to be mine. We rode bikes into the urban city with a friend that you said could look you in the eye. Now everything is gone, so
Man, look how liminal that. How is this a thing? How has he managed to capture this? Man, he must wake up really, really early. You know what this looks like, actually? This looks like the same boardwalk as the one from Plushy's Playground. That's what it reminds me of.
Can you remember us like that?
Oh, you bumhole.
Where we've been. Now we're strangers again.
Wow.
Just like we were on East Hampton.
This nester has been sort of lurking and inconveniencing my
I can hear
path.
him screaming.
I don't think it's seen me, but
How can it
I'm
not
gonna
see
use a
you?
noisemaker to draw some attention.
A noisemaker. Yeah, that's the thing with the... Okay. Okay, so they're just dumb, basically. This looks nice. I really need to go on holiday, man. I've been, like, cooped up for so long. Maybe go... I'll be going... Look, it says Wally's there. Sorry, I was thinking of... What was I thinking of? Wally is from Welcome Home, right? Yeah, this looks just like the one from Plushy's Playground. Maybe they all look the same, I don't know. I haven't been to the American, like an American coastline. I think that would be nice to do.
This is the emptiest I've ever seen this boardwalk. So I'm just sitting here for a moment.
Yeah, man, that looks
This is bringing
crazy.
back a lot of memories for me, but as expected, this place is completely deserted.
That's so insane.
Aside from a few nesters here and there, most of them caught a few on the boardwalk. I don't know, I'm feeling bittersweet right now.
Yeah.
You know, a sadness and a bit of a joy, a nostalgia.
Usually nostalgia does come with a bit of sweetness, doesn't it?
So when I was a kid on vacation, my parents would always take us to this candy store and give us a $5 spending limit.
Hmm.
I snuck into that candy store and grabbed one of my favorite candies, saltwater taffy.
Saltwater
It's a
taffy.
little hard, but other than that, it's just like I remember. You know, I was always embarrassed to admit it to people, but I really do feel stuck
Yeah.
in the past. It's not like I was Mr. Popular in high school. It's not like a peaking too early thing, but I just miss it.
I don't think I've even peaked yet. That's
Miss
the thing.
having no responsibility, freeze-dried hopes and dreams that I could enjoy the wonder of without the scary journey it takes to actually get there. I felt so sure of what I wanted back then. I walked around like I already had it. Like it was gonna be easy. Like the world was mine. I remember the first moment that evaporated, and everything was replaced with fear, worry. It was the very last day of high school.
Hmm.
I'd stayed late. And when I came outside, the parking lot was completely empty. All my classmates' cars were gone. I wondered where all my friends were, you know, up until then I always knew. I could knock on the door of the house and there they were. If not there, maybe the chains behind the school smoking pot,
Yeah.
maybe the dugout. I could always, with some degree of certainty, know where they were. But when the summer ends and we all go off to college and move away, I won't know where they are anymore. What they're doing, who they're with.
It's called moving on.
Their lives will expand past this 2-mile radius. Things will be different. I remember walking around the empty parking lot that day. It felt like a cavern opened up in my chest. And a loneliness that had been waiting for years to prey on me got loose. From that moment on, I felt desperate for my friends. I felt desperate for life to stay the same. I used to dig my fingers into the earth as if I could stop it from turning. I would hear my friends speak of those younger years as if they were a prison. You know, I'd laugh and I'd agree because I was embarrassed. Embarrassed I felt differently. Embarrassed that I couldn't move on.
I thought that this was playing the Song of Healing then.
I missed them so much. Felt weak to miss. Whoever had the least amount of feelings had the most amount of respect. I wanted to shake my friends and say, did it mean nothing to you? Are you not terrified of where we're going? Of what'll happen to our friendship? Their disdain for our coming of age felt like a spit in the face.
I was just thinking about like the people I used to hang out with after school and stuff. The time which everyone stopped hanging out. I think it was just after high school, maybe. Or just, I don't know. It was because some people still attended the same school together. So some stuck around. Then yeah, just one day, it's hard to imagine like you just stop hanging out with them. And you don't know when that day is really. It just happens. And then you think back to it and think, wow, I haven't hung out with them in a while. And yeah, it's at that point you realize, like, you know, who your closest friends are and who stays in touch with you. Like me, like I stay in touch with 2 people from my school, I think, and the rest of my friends are people I met after school. I say the rest of my friends. I don't have many friends. I like to keep my friendship circle very tight because it's easier that way, I find.
It took me years to move on, and honestly, I don't think I ever truly will grieve the loss of that time. Maybe I'm not supposed to. Maybe everybody's meant to have their empty parking lot. But
And then I heard it.
Oh dear.
do you hear that?
What is
A
it?
siren began sounding in the distance.
What does that mean? Well, that's terrifying, isn't it?
I don't know what that sound was. I haven't heard anything of that magnitude ever.
I went to search the beach. Maybe it was just an emergency siren malfunctioning. Or
Maybe.
maybe it was someone trying to reach me.
It's a tide out.
I
What's
found
happening?
nothing except I saw a nester.
Oh.
It stopped wandering once it saw me and went dormant. Swaying. Peaceful. Part of me felt jealous of its tranquility.
Yeah. That would be nice. No thoughts. Just live. No labels. Nothing like that.
On the way back to town,
I decided to distract myself and stop at the old movie theater. Just like we used to.
What's showing? Nice slush puppy. You gotta go and get a Tango Ice Blast, man. Well, here's where things can get a little bit... Because if you look at those posters, you'll see what films there are, I guess. And that'll put you on a time period, but... Yeah. My goodness, he's actually just going into like a... This is crazy.
Alright, I just checked the theater and it's empty, so... I think I'm gonna check the projector room and see if I can turn this movie on.
No way. This is insane.
I tried to focus on the movie, but...
Let's just think about this for a second, guys. If say he's recording this in the present time, obviously, you know, it's an illusion, the whole thing, you know, it's not really happening. He's now filming himself in a cinema, which is technically illegal to have a camera
All I could
on.
think about was the siren.
So there was that was what's it? Black Phone 2, which puts this at... Well, I guess you could say that like he's still in the same time period as us. But at some point, like, movies stopped being made in this universe. You know, I mean, as soon as he woke up, that's when the movie stopped being
Back to
made.
town, I felt restless, so I took a stroll.
The problem with me, like, going on holiday on my own is I'm...
As the day came to a close,
terrible company.
I felt sadness.
Oh, look at that.
The same sadness I...
So this must be the south coast, because the sun's setting on over here and the sun sets in the west. So that means he's facing land, looking left. So so he's somewhere down south.
used to feel at the end of a summer, knowing another year was coming and a new monster was on the way.
Yeah, I'm not very sociable when I go on holiday, so it's like I don't meet new friends. I don't know. I just keep to myself. I wish I wasn't like that, but I don't know. It's just the way I am. Man. It's horrible.
There it is again.
You might want to turn the lights off.
Where is that coming from? Okay, alright.
Don't go out there.
I'm making an executive decision here. I gotta go look for it.
No!
I know it's nighttime. I don't care. I can't risk missing this again. I mean, I don't know if that's a broken siren or if it's, you know, someone trying to make contact. Unfortunately, I had left my radio on the night before and I realized too late that the batteries had died, so I
great.
couldn't
So you
track anything with it.
Nice. So you don't
I
know
heard
where
it
any
coming
nesters
from the
are.
beach.
Oh, that's horrible. My goodness. Oh, it's a sound trap. Is there another human? That's surely luring all the nesters. Is that not luring all the nesters to the sound? He's right where they're all gonna be. Does it go into the ocean? Oh dear. Oh no. crap. It's like living next to an AI data center, isn't it, that is? What it sounds like. Oh dear. Someone in his room. Were they doing that on purpose to lure him out? But like, they did that bit before when he was out anyway, so they could have just gone into his room anyway. Oh dear. He's gonna be in the bathroom on his left. So this dude's left-handed. Oh, the power's been cut. SAS Nesta on the go here. Oof. I thought they were going to do that old horror trope of, oh, it's not actually there, but it's right behind you kind of thing. Is it under the bed? Okay, I don't think anything's getting into that bed, actually. Oh. Oh man, this is tense. I wouldn't feel safe in that room. Genuinely, I wouldn't. I feel like there's something in there somehow. Oh dear. Mate, pick the... Oh no. Holy crap. Oh no, he's using the Nintendo 64. It's gonna break. Oh jeez. You just wanted to play some GoldenEye, man. You brought 2 controllers for a reason, man. Why did you bring 2 controllers, by the way? In case one stops working. Maybe that's it. Oh no. It's a shame. That's got to be some kind of metaphor.
I decided to end my vacation early. Head back to Big House. More will be coming.
So is it explained why there was just a random siren on the beach? Someone surely put it there. What's he doing? Burying the Nintendo? Oh, is he actually? He is! He's burying the Nintendo. That's part of his childhood that he's burying right there. Must be hard saying goodbye to that. Oh, he's keeping one controller, okay. I think the theme for this video, for this episode for sure, is being forced to move on. He was talking about how, you know, he didn't like school, he'd have time off school, and the Nintendo was a way of him like escaping and stuff. But Then he was talking about high school and how, you know, he'd like to know where his friends
Hey
are.
team, archivist here. Thank you for watching these logs. Currently speaking to you from an upstate New York dig site where we just uncovered a new batch of tapes. So more stuff coming. But before I go, I want to extend a special thank you to our patrons who support the archives and help us continue.
Okay, I'm so confused. So what, these tapes are from like a different dimension, but they're found in our world?
This work. If you are also interested in supporting and seeing unreleased footage, in-process logs, and assisting me in deciding which footage gets released next, please see the link below. Every support that we get helps us keep the archives going so we can continue our work. So thank you so much.
Big Boss
and
is a
stay
fan,
vigilant.
my goodness. Okay, well that's good. Like this. It is a very, very like strange series. Right there is like the most action we've seen, I think, in terms of actually fighting a nester and like coming across a nester. But yeah, I think the theme for this episode is being like forced to move on, because like I said, he didn't like school, he didn't like going to school, called off sick and played the Nintendo 64 with his brother or in the basement. In high school, you know, it was like everybody was moving on. Maybe he just felt stuck behind, and it's like he feels like he's being forced to move on. And that was kind of, he said like, oh, I don't feel like my life is mine. That's what he said. And it's kind of playing out here because he's being forced to do stuff that he wouldn't normally want to do, like kill that nester with the Nintendo 64 that, you know, used to give him a break from the world basically. And now that's gone. He's literally being forced to be more in the reality that he's living in. But yeah, with the high school and stuff, saying, oh, I usually know where the friends are, but I don't know anymore since, you know, when they went off to college, you don't know where they are anymore. They don't know what they're doing. I think it's a lack of control that he's feeling. He doesn't feel in control. And that's probably the theme of this one. It's being forced to move on and having a lack of control in everything, which, you know, makes a lot of sense. I guess the one thing that confuses me there is, so the nesters are getting smarter. Is it like they're evolving potentially? Because that siren, was that literally done by a nester to get his attention to then kill him? So confused. It wasn't a human out there, because a human would have just ran over and said, hey, you know, hey, I'm alive, you're a human. It's nice to see someone else. But the fact that these nesters are getting smarter is terrifying, because what else are they capable of doing? And I feel like there's a theory that this guy's slowly turning into a nester by slowly going insane, but it's not actually discussed yet what a nester is and how they're turned into nesters. Is it literally like zombies where if you're bitten you turn into one? Or is it like over time, maybe each nester was in their own kind of world like this, and they're all like victims of going insane and just becoming something else? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see though, but yeah, you guys should definitely go support the Glendale Archives. The link will be in the description down below, alongside their Patreon, which you should go check out. Well, it's not a Patreon, it's Fourth Wall, it's not Patreon, my bad. But yeah, that will be linked down below. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I felt like I didn't really react as much with this one. I kind of wanted to just take this one in, listen to what he had to say, you know, maybe chuck in my 2 cents every now and then. But yeah, I like the direction which this is going. This is one of those, it's like a comfort analog horror, one where you feel seen almost. And it's weird because you feel seen by a person who's isolated. Do you know what I mean? It's a very strange concept, but there we go, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy this. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, follow the channel, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, take care, and God bless.